Lottie works for an event management company and gets the chance to host the annual Christmas charity auction for the Warby family. They are the most famous philanthropist family in Boston, which happens to be her hometown as well. Her manager Hillary decides if Lottie gets this project on board with their company, she will be made the head of the new branch they are planning to open in Boston. The event is to raise money for Massachusetts Pediatric Hospital, where a rare Nutcracker figure will be auctioned. But Erica Warby is a very particular person when it comes to choosing her event manager, so Lottie has to visit her and pitch her idea of the event to land the gig. Tristan Warby, son of Erica, is in the airport with the antique explaining to his sister Jules on the phone that he will land late because he gave up his original flight for someone. While tying his shoes, his bag almost gets swapped with Lottie's because both have identical bottle green suitcases. Lottie apologizes for her nervous antics and tells Tristan how she is going to take a step toward the biggest opportunity of her life. Hearing she is going to manage the auction event, Tristan doesn't reveal he is Erica's son, but he does suggest that she bends more towards the Nutcracker thing. Lottie luckily had the same thought but was worried it would be too much on the nose. However, Tristan tells her to go with her guts. While boarding, Tristan tries to take the bag as a carry-on, but he isn't allowed, and in the little commotion, the tag on his bag falls off. Later, Tristan once again finds Lottie's bag but manages to exchange it in time. Too bad there was a third identical bag which got swapped with another guy, with only Lottie getting her bag. Lottie reaches home, but her dad is out to the diner to cover someone's shift. Tristan receives a loving welcome from his sister and mother, but both agree that his rough, overgrown beard is going to go away soon. The next day, Lottie meets her dad, who already has plans to be busy with the diner again. With all the ideas, props, and papers for her pitch, Lottie reaches the Warby house juggling with her stuff. However, the stuff falls right after she rings the doorbell. But what throws her momentum off is Tristan opening the door and revealing who he is. Going inside, Lottie fumbles a little with her words, but her sense of understanding of how important this event is enough for Erica to give her a chance. Before leaving, Tristan again meets Lottie, apologizing for not revealing the truth. However, the meeting going well makes Lottie chill now. Tristan then mentions how she is already hiring, making her excited, but not jump around as she doesn't want to break anything and ruin her impression. He shows her the office where she is going to work when Lottie requests to see this rare Nutcracker. Tristan agrees to bring it as long as he is the only one touching it. Well, too bad he isn't the one touching it because he doesn't have it. Inside the suitcase is a rare edition doll and clothes belonging to someone else. Tristan shares his misery with Lottie, who doesn't want to get involved in this mess. Tristan is trying to convince her when Erica comes in and requests Tristan and Lottie to work together. She also wants to see the Nutcracker, but Tristan makes the excuse that his bag got swapped with Lottie at the airport and they are going to fetch it in a while. Now Lottie is involved in his crime whether she wants it or not. Lottie thinks about possible solutions and seeks validation from Tristan that it isn't bad to go through someone's luggage to find their whereabouts. Tristan consoles her that the person must want his stuff back too. Opening the bag, there is a diary, but the contact page is not filled. However, another diary filled with a child's drawings and doodles lies there. It talks about Dave being a dad, so they know the luggage belongs to Dave. Luckily, there is a picture of Dave and his daughter in the diary too, so now they know the face of the person too. Just his whereabouts remain. There is also a page where all the plans for the week have been laid out. Lottie forgets that this mess wasn't her to own and gets involved enough to name this real-life scavenger hunt as Operation Nutcracker. As Lottie decides to draw a map for the plan to hunt Dave, Tristan decides to call the airport. On the other hand, Dave still seems to be unaware of the bag swap as he decorates the Christmas tree for his daughter Joey. As Dave looks into his phone, Pam, his wife, reminds him that Joey is expecting his undivided attention on this vacation, so he needs to stay off the phone. Pam then tells Dave about getting a booth on the Christmas market for her flowers, so she is going to be busy the coming week. Dave consoles her that he will be a super dad and take care of Joey while Pam works. He also tells Pam that he managed to get the limited edition Brenna ballerina doll for Joey as her Christmas present. Telling Pam that he will wrap it up, he goes to finally receive the shock of his life. Opening the suitcase, he is shocked to find it filled with different clothes and a Nutcracker. Tristan is waiting for his call to connect to the airport, while Lottie is drawing up a map. Lottie, being a multitasker, also drafted a neat plan in her diary while talking to Tristan about Dave being a workaholic dad who plans on spending his holiday with his daughter, as can be seen from his stuff. A panicked Dave also calls the airport and has to bail from the day's plan minutes after promising to be there for Joey this week. Dave's call connects, but the unbothered woman tells him to go to a portal and fill out a form, hoping to get his bag back before Christmas by some sort of Christmas miracle. Tristan's call also connects after this, and he is told the same thing, making the two realize that Operation Nutcracker is their only hope. As they go to the Christmas market to look for Dave, Lottie is searching for alternate items to auction at the event, while Tristan believes strongly in fate. They don't find Dave, but Tristan comes across Pam selling flowers and is impressed by her work. Later, Tristan finds an identical Nutcracker statue and tells Lottie they can use it as a decoy till they find the real one. Lottie sighs in, trying it out. Tristan and Lottie conclude that the Christmas spirit doesn't come naturally to her, but Tristan also believes it is time to change that. Once they come back, Tristan expresses his worry about one missing detail in the Nutcracker, the red emblem on the crown. Lottie tells him that it is easy to fix and only takes a few moments to paste an emblem on it. Tristan seems to be getting impressed with Lottie with every passing moment. The next day, Dave takes Joey to meet Santa, but Joey has been feeling sick and cancels the plan, asking to go home. The moment they walk away is the moment Tristan and Lottie walk towards the place. Lottie is dejected because her florist double-booked her. Tristan tells her they should give Pam a chance. Lottie is hesitant about getting a new business owner to work for such a huge event, but Tristan convinces her that her work is good and giving her a chance would give her a breakthrough in her business. Lottie agrees eventually. Lottie then brings out the flyer she made to look for Dave, and then they walk around. Lottie sees the Russian dolls, to which Tristan suggests using them for the Pass the Parcel game. Lottie has never played that game, making Tristan pry on how her Christmas used to be. Lottie tells him that her dad owns a 24/7 diner, so they were usually working on Christmas. When they get back home, Jules is standing in the office holding the Nutcracker. Tristan tries to take it back, but the snatching game leads to the Nutcracker's head breaking. Jules is panicking, but then Tristan reveals that this was a fake, and they lost the actual one. Jules gives Tristan an ultimatum to find it by the 23rd, or she will tell Erica the truth. Jules also blames Lottie for this, but Tristan comes clean that she had nothing to do with it. Once Jules leaves, Tristan thanks Lottie for helping him out. As she leaves, he suggests she spend more time with her dad after going home. Too bad Jerry is going to the diner the moment Lottie comes back, and also tells her that he will be back for dinner on Christmas Eve, highlighting he won't be taking an off during the day. The next day, Lottie suggests using pine cones with frostings as name tags for Tristan when Erica walks in. Lottie shares the idea of a candy-cane arch at the entrance, the Russian dolls for passing the parcel game, and then the pine cones. Erica tells her that the last one is off-theme, and also tells her she wants Lottie to show emotions in the event because she sees the potential for it in Lottie. Erica then asks about the Nutcracker, but Tristan makes an excuse that they already handed it to the auctioneers to have it appraised. Once she leaves, Lottie indulges in self-doubt, being unsure of what exactly is being asked out of her. Tristan tells her that Jules was diagnosed with leukemia when she was little, so they spent a lot of time in the hospital worried about her. When she recovered, Erica made it her aim to do something for the hospitals and people who help children like that. This is the reason why Erica always seeks an emotional connection to this event. Tristan then gives her a 7-second hug, as he believes it has a calming effect on the brain. The two are about to kiss after that when Lottie's phone rings, making her suggest they move on with their plan on finding the Nutcracker. They go to a bakery where the employee tells them he has seen Dave 2 hours ago as he took the order of their marzipan mice. He has the information about Dave but cannot give it without his manager's permission, and the manager has flown away for holiday. Lottie's attention then goes to the marzipan mice, realizing that would be the perfect prop to use as name card holders, and they go perfectly with the theme too. On the other hand, Dave is trying to lift a sick Joey's mood by bringing her these marzipan mice to eat. However, things go downhill when Joey is pulled out of her Christmas performance of Brenna the Ballerina as Clara because of being sick. To make her feel better, Dave brings out the Nutcracker statue for her, and luckily she loves it. Lottie and Tristan are looking for a Christmas tree when Tristan points out her avoiding her phone calls the whole day. Lottie tells him it is just her dad, but Tristan questions why she is avoiding him. Lottie eventually opens up about being scared that they won't connect anymore if they finally make time for each other, since they both buried themselves in work after Lottie's mom passed away. Tristan tells her he understands, but he also highlights how he decided to spend his time traveling around once Jules recovered, and this escapism led to him missing out on the little time he had left with his dad. The next day, They are talking to Pam, who shares her daughter being pulled out from the ballet show because of being sick. Jules comes in, taking Tristan away to tell him to confront Mom. He asks for a day to look for Dave, or he will tell Erica himself. Going back, they are talking to Pam, who receives a call from Dave that Joey's fever spiked and she was taken to the hospital. Pam takes her leave after promising everything will be done in 2 days. Once she leaves, Tristan tells Lottie that if they don't find Dave in the ballet tonight, he will tell Erica the truth the next day, making sure Lottie is not blamed for any of this. Going to the dance, Lottie shares how watching the show is one of her core Christmas memories, followed by sharing how she feels like her dad avoids her because she reminds him of her mom. Tristan tells her she should try mending things and then proceeds to flirt with her, that he'd rather look at her than look for Dave in the audience. When they come out, Lottie is happy for her memories refreshing and feels happier that they found a bag in the airport. However, the next day Tristan calls and gets to know that the contents aren't of her suitcase. On the other hand, Dave receives the call and feels disappointed too. He finally comes clean to Pam about misplacing that doll, but Pam reminds him that what matters to Joey is him spending time with her. Erica finally opens up to Lottie, but then goes to take a call. Tristan tells Lottie about it being the wrong bag. Lottie is positive that they can make enough funds without the Nutcracker, as she asks Jules to have the kids write some cards on how much the funds mean to them, and they will be read by the audience in the event. Tristan promises to tell Erica once the guests leave their home, but Erica already got to know as the auctioneers call her about not receiving the Nutcracker yet. She goes to Lottie's office and sees the flyer, making the dots connect in her mind. Confronting the two, she fires Lottie right away, telling Tristan they will talk to her. Lottie is sad and frustrated as she got dragged into the mess without doing anything wrong, and all her efforts went to vain. The next day, Dave tells Pam that he will change his position on the job so he doesn't have to travel that much. Pam is also okay with the doll being lost as Joey loves the Nutcracker she got. Meanwhile, Lottie sits with Jerry and narrates the scenario with him and how his job felt special as it was about helping people. Jerry tells her to focus her energy on that and everything else will fall into place. He then apologizes for not being there for her and promises to make things better between them. Lottie looks for Dave the entire day till she reaches the same bakery again, begging the employee to give her the address, but he doesn't comply. Looking for her wallet, she comes across the handbook for the ballet show and realizes Joey was the person who got replaced with another girl. Erica doesn't take the situation well, making Tristan think of hitting the road again rather than handling the foundation. But Jules tells him he is needed here. The mention of the children reminds him of the cause and he rushes away. Lottie calls the airport about Dave and finds his contact info. Outside the house, the neighbor tells her about the hospital, making her rush there. At the hospital, Lottie comes when Tristan is collecting the cards and Joey is being discharged at the same time, making them meet in the lobby. Pam is confused and so is Dave, so they narrate the situation to them. Joey doesn't want to give the Nutcracker back, but Dave convinces her that it will help other kids. Lottie also finds a way to make Joey's Christmas happy. Going back, they hand the Nutcracker to Erica, who apologizes to Lottie since Tristan explained the scenario to her earlier. While they hang cards to the tree, Lottie tells him she finally talked with her dad and they will make time for each other now. The event starts with Tristan opening the show and then Joey performing in front of everyone. Jerry also attends the event as Tristan invites him. Erica and Jerry hit it right away, spending valuable time together. Lottie gets the good news of her landing the job as the head of the Boston branch. She then dances with Tristan, and they talk about the guy who got the Nutcracker in the auction. He looks very much like Santa as he places a gift under the tree and leaves. Joey sees the gift with her name on it and opens it. Pam fears that Dave bought the Nutcracker with all their savings, but it wasn't him who did that. Seems like Santa worked his miracles. On the other hand, Lottie and Tristan finally kiss as an explicit expression of their feelings for each other.